Sue Carbines.
I have here a camera. Would you mind if I put it in front of me as a symbol on what I'm going to talk about?
Perfectly entitled to do so.
Are you going to stay?
Wow. A balanced kumara. Fantastic.
Get my stopwatch out because it's quite hard to get it all done.
It's not on the screen.
Oh, is there? Do you mind if I... Oh, is it going? Kia ora. I'm Sue Carbines. I'm an adaptable clothing designer and I'm a resident and owner of a property at 47A Rocking Horse Road on the beachside. I have here a kumara as a symbol of a plant that was set in ancient times to make us strong and was planted after the floods. In 1848, the Kemp Deed was drawn up for the first Māori reserve, and the residents of the land were allocated a landlocked area called Tuahiwi, where it was insufficient for the people to generate a living from. 2018, CCC are using a deed, Christchurch District Plan, based on a Science Tonkin and Taylor report, interpreted by way of planning rules that are being implemented. For example, the threat of inundation is making this land too dangerous to rebuild houses. Taking away the customary rights of residents to rebuild on the land of South Shore by refusing resource consent under Section 71s. As whakapapa Māori, I wonder, have CCC even considered the detriment to foreshore, seabed, customary fishing rights, inclusive of practices as well? Many Māori and non-Māori consider the estuary as an important kaimoana resource, which therefore requires edge stability for the health of the estuary and the people. Under the Marine and Coastal Area Takutai Moana Act 2011, the people will get a say in resource consenting and property rights, the rights of vital infrastructure. 2016, residents of South Shore sent in over 500 submissions asking for flood protection. The OSAL report was presented to Regeneration, no reply yet. After the demo of houses in the red zone, I watched Lynn's contractors push over the rock edge and scoop out 200 millimetres of soil off the height to make the temporary bund. Then the trial spots failed council planting of a natural edge, leaving existing sewage pipes all leaking underground and leaching into stormwater, then the estuary. South Shore has over 500 houses, each property paying an average of $2,000 rates is $1 million in rates coming into CC each year. South Shore has had about 12 properties rebuilt for over $1 million each. The beauty of South Shore has attracted 2 client scientists who have built here. I've spent over $1.3 million on my rebuild. My property is one of 3 sections that are the highest at South Shore. Even though my dwelling was out of the hazard zones, it took 6 months to get my building consent, 44 RFIs, 2 Section 37s, all around a build that was built at 12.90 metres high at ground floor level. I developed Sjogren's syndrome, which is stress related. In Christchurch, existing rights are only usable for 1 year. This is not long enough. In Nelson, they're 5 years. I asked Christchurch City Council to use their special powers to extend this time frame of existing rights to 5 years. This is people's lives, well-being, and the human element is not in the LTP. I applaud Megan Woods, who under the Regeneration Act can get Redcliffe School resource consented for 500 children. Why is Redcliffe so much safer than South Shore? That's right, it's had a sea wall replaced. for 1 kilometre of engineered walls for a protection of 140 homes. South Shore, berm, walk, cycleway, 3 kilometres for protection of 500 homes. The OSAL report. The Mayor of Nelson commissioned Gary Tia to do a flood protection plan at Tahuna Nui, which has been very successful. I would love to see the Mayor of Christchurch, councillors, staff, having an audience with Gary Tia to give it the green flag and open the door to link in the infrastructure with Regenerate. Start now rather than put it out to 2021. Gary's plan is designed for sand mud with a Reno mattress element and sand mattress made from geofabric that is designed to be impermeable. It's a mix of hard edge and soft edge. Plant the kumara to heal the land and the people. Thank you.
Thank you. Are you familiar with the Ihutai management,
Yes.
the Avon Hesketh Estuary Ihutai Trust, the Ihutai management plan?
Ihutai is the western end of the estuary traditionally, but the trust.
But the management plan
Yes.
talks about the estuary side of that.
You mean the South
edge.
Shore
Yes.
edge? Yeah. Yes, I have heard little things. I've seen some plans that came about and have been pulled away.
But you're comfortable with that?
No, I think it's for a natural edge, and there's been trial patches of that tried at South Shore, just as I was talking about before, where Lynn's pushed away the top of the rock walls, and then they came in and did some planting with seagrass, mostly seagrass, and what it doesn't do is it doesn't stop this erosion that occurs with wave surging and storms. We have a predominantly southeast wind there, and it was hopeless. The plants just all died, and so they're not, planning like Gary has planned for this basket system that sits, on the slope of the land, which counteracts the surging of the waves and the erosion. There's also sediment problems, that we're getting a lot of sediment coming down the Avon from stormwater and things, and I don't think it deals with that. Sure, the plants might clean the water and they're good for water quality in that sense, but sediment, how plants aren't really going to deal with that. That's another basket, that we really need to look at, is that water quality.
I've simply raised it because it is another element in that whole process with Regenerate Christchurch and the red zoning that's occurred down there. So I just wanted to make sure that you were familiar with it, so we were in a position. But you've highlighted the issue, and that's great. So thank you very much for your time.
Thanks, Lee.
Thank you.